All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the San Francisco 49ers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
On first down, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll make it second down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 4 receivers in the formation here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. Setting up the screen for Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Nick Bosa. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And it's now 3-0 Texans. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Ready? 18, Gator. Ready? Switch. Ready?
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Check 26, check 26. He's crashing. He's checking. On the ball. Rock it. Switch it, come on, switch it.
On second down, a run with Breida. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 3rd down, Robertson. Able to haul it in is Kittle. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
60 outlaw.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Breida. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the gun on 3rd down, Robertson. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 36.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. On 1st down, here's Breida. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the run. Blue draw quarters. Watch the whip. Hit it.
Now it's Breida. And an alley to run. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Right there, 55. Rock it.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Now.
They run with Breida. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Bradley Roby, the cornerback, there to make the stop. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's Breida. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Come on, set. 30 base. Smith. 3 down. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Get it.
On third down, Robertson. That is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 3rd down and goal now. This Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete.
It's 4th and goal.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Maher able to put this one through. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you've got the second half to play.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The final shot before the break. Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Slam. Check the backer. Let's go.
Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Safety's creeping. Hey, switch gears. Big edge. Six guy. Check 80 weapon. Check 43. Fair. Check 49. Watch out.
Shoot. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And a penalty flag is down to the backfield as they finally bring him to the turf. And I'm not sure this is going to stand. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Watch twist. Watch the ad. He's jumping.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
Out.
Leo.
Rush in. Check.
They run again with Breida. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Hey, Sam on.
Check.
Bud.
Check three.
Look at me. Go. Hit it.
On second down, it's Taylor. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary.
Jackrabbit, come on.
Operating from the gun, Robertson completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Now a give to Breida. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the boot. Kill.
Look, squeeze.
Check. Cross.
Get it.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Ready.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The kick by Marr is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for the Texans. 43 yards. A 1st down carry now for Miller. And he is going to lose yardage here. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On 2nd and 12, Watson looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll toss it to Miller. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now it's Watson. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime? And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
Switch.
On the ball.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. And that led to a really nice gain.
Sponge. No. Check 37.
You're out. Hard. Deep dribble.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Orbit.
Mike. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Gain on the play. It's now 4th down and 1.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it all rests now on the right foot of Brett Maher. And a timeout comes in. The whistles. Blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now it'll all come down to Robbie Gould. This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And Union Street will be hopping tonight. The 49ers have won it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That's really applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for San Francisco, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.